Hi, I'm Susan and I'm new to the Deepwater team, and I was asked to send out a note to introduce myself to the team. However, I thought it would be more efficient if I made a very short video. So my name is Susan Kleber and I am the Global Safety Manager for Deepwater. I was born and raised in Australia and came to the States when I was 18 years old. My husband Fred, we've been married 23 years, and he's an electrician and owns his own electrical business in Ascension Parish. And I have two boys, Hunter who's 16 and Bryce who's 13, and they can be a handful. The only other female in the house is my chocolate lab Milo, and she's also a trained duck dog, but we have never killed a duck, so all she chases is tennis balls. So what I like to do in my spare time is I love to play tennis. I have played tennis since the age of 6 and believe it is a sport of a lifetime. My creative outlet is I like to recycle art. So basically, if you can collect it, I could probably make something out of it. And so I spend a lot of time doing that as well. And lastly, as a family and with friends, we love spending time at our camp. We have 30 acres in Mississippi where we enjoy hunting and fishing and making memories. So you may wonder how I came all the way from Australia and ended up in Deepwater. So it's a bit of a weird journey, and so I'm going to share. So when I was 18, I did come to the States and I came on a tennis scholarship. And I went to school in Tennessee at Austin Peay State University. I got a degree in psychology and a master's in gerontology. And my dream job was to do research on Alzheimer's patients. After I graduated, I got a work visa for a year, and I found a job in that field. And during that time is when I met my husband, Fred, and we ended up getting married. And I said, do you want to go to Australia or you want to go to Vacherie, Louisiana? And he said he wanted to go to Vacherie. So I volunteered in the local community for about a year while I waited for my work visa to be approved. And I realized after that year that my future job in the healthcare industry was probably not going to happen. And what I also realized was if we were going to live in South Louisiana, I would either have a choice of working in a sugarcane farm, on the bayou, or in a refinery. And so I went and put my application in at the refinery, the Convent Refinery, in 1998 and was hired on as an operator. So I worked in the hydrotreater and on the crude unit for 3 years working shift, and the operators used to always say they couldn't understand why I would give up a professional career in counseling to work as an operator. And I actually used to chuckle and say, well, I've actually done more counseling on the smoke pen at 2 a.m. in the morning than I ever did in the professional setting. So transferable skills are important. In 2001, I moved into a staff role and I headed up the process safety initiative around investigation and learning. And from there, I did several stints in reliability, quality systems, and eventually ended up in safety. And in 2006, I left Convent Refinery and moved to Mobile and worked at the Mobile plant in Saraland as the quality systems and process manager, and also supported technical assurance. In 2009, I had the opportunity to go back to Australia and work for Shell Australia at the Clyde Refinery, and spent 4 years there as a health and safety manager. And they always say you can take the man out of Louisiana, but you can't take Louisiana out of the man, and that happens to be extremely true in our case. So Fred was ready to come back to Louisiana, and I was very fortunate to get an opportunity to come back to Convent Refinery and work as a health, safety, security, and environmental manager, and spent 5 years there in that role. So earlier this year I had the opportunity to change classes of business and join the Deepwater team, which I was so excited about the opportunity, and to meet a whole bunch of new people and also learn a new business. So I have been in the role for about 2 weeks now, and literally drinking from a fire hose, but still doing okay. And I wanted to take a moment to talk about 4 strategic focus areas as we move forward in 2019. So the first one is safety leadership, and how our behaviors and our ways of working that are going to focus and help us achieve the declared future. And there's a lot of work that's been going on behind the scenes around this, and we're really looking for that to come to fruition in 2019. Okay, our second area of focus is around process safety visualization. And this is a critical part of the business, making sure that the right information gets to the right people to make sound decisions that take care of our people and also help run our assets in an environmentally sound manner. The third one is the enhanced LFI process, and I truly believe that a successful organization, the one thing it does very well is learn. And that's something that the enhanced LFI process allows it to do, and that's basically to learn from our incidents and our near misses to prevent any types of reoccurrence or any other potential incidents as well. And our fourth one is about data, and this is really around how do we use our data and making sure that we have high quality data that allows us to look for trends so that we can take proactive measures to ensure that everybody goes home the same way they came to work. So that's me in a nutshell. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you one day, but until then, please take care of each other and stay safe.